What's up, sports world? This is the WTP Sports Dudes coming to you live, man. We got our final 4.0 mock draft. We got all the guys in the building except for Level Up Sports Team. He couldn't make it, man. He had to go get that chicken. Hey, we got Melissa Graham in the building. She gonna host the show today. I'm just doing the intro, man. Y'all know what it is. How y'all doing today, though?
What's going on?
I mean, I'm just here for fun.
Hey,
Somebody's
you
gotta
know,
keep it all in order.
hey, you know, you got to keep us in line. That's
Right.
what you're really here for.
Exactly. I'm the boss.
Hey, listen though, man. All the channels are scrolling right there down at the bottom. If you ain't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to all the channels. You can also find us on Patreon at WTP Sports Dudes 2026. And you can find us on our website at WTPSportsDudes.com. Hey, man, it's a great day in the WTP Sports Dudes community, man. We about to get this live mock draft started, the final one. Hey, anything y'all want to say before we jump right into this?
Nope.
Oh, y'all ready for action? It sounds like.
I appreciate that.
We trying to get rolling, man. We got spring games today.
All right, then let's do it, man. Hey, who we got on the clock first up? T1?
What it
We
do?
do. We have T1 up first with Las Vegas. Let me find my timer because I have to set a timer.
No timer needed.
Oh, pick is in.
Pick is already in. Everybody knew what this pick was, and it's the quarterback out of Indiana, Fernando Mendoza.
He went Fernando Mendoza. Hey, T1, let me ask you this question, though, man. You know, they gave Kirk Cousins a pretty solid contract, man. Do you think he's going to start day one?
No, I think Kirk Cousins will most likely be a starter. Be the starter from day one, and then they'll go from there, considering the development that he shows in early in the season. And let me share this with y'all. Although this pick came in really, really quick, the Raiders thought about picking Sonny Styles, #1 overall out of Ohio State. You know, they were really mesmerized by his numbers at the combine, but you know, they needed that quarterback, so they ended up going with Mendoza.
Man, combine ain't tackling nothing. Come on, let's go.
Next pick is Ashish Sean with a New York Jets. I'm trying to read.
You on the clock, Sean. You got 60 seconds. Hey, the Jets need everything, man.
Won't need them. Won't need them. You got to take Arvell Reese right here. You have to. So I mean, I was torn between two for him, but I'm gonna go Arvell Reese. They need a linebacker too, and there's a pretty good one still sitting on the board, but that's where we're going.
Big Arvell, that's cool. I like the pick because they need edge and linebacker. You can mix and match him in both.
All right, third pick we have Arizona with Poe on the clock.
I'm going with the third pick. I'm going Reuben Bang Jr. from Miami.
Hey guys, how y'all feel about that Reuben Bang pick? You know, it's a lot of talk about him sliding after here. But Poe, we always say it only takes one team to love you, bro.
Only one.
Yeah, I have Reuben Bang going a little bit later, but I can't blame the Miami Dolphins for wanting to pick him there. I mean, whoever it
Arizona.
was, Arizona Cardinals picking him there.
All right, coming in next, we've got post game. Nope, Rob with the Tennessee Titans. Do you need 60 seconds, or can I click?
I need 60 seconds.
More
I
like
need 60
6.
seconds for sure.
You don't.
I need 60 seconds for sure.
You don't.
With the fourth selection in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans, my Tennessee Titans, select Jeremiah Love, running back, Notre Dame.
I approve of this pick.
Hey, she approved of this pick.
He was too tough to pass up, man. Blue chip. Definitely a top 3 player in this draft. I don't care about positional value.
And I just love him.
But yeah, first lady of Notre Dame. First pit bull of Notre Dame. All right, we got the Giants on the clock.
Host, who I know really wanted to pick Jeremiah Love.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that's a great pick for Rob's Tennessee Titans. The New York Giants are going to take Francis Malgoa, the tackle from Miami. Fills a position of need. Giants get Tupper on the offensive line. This is an awesome pick for the franchise.
The next pick is Zay's with the Cleveland Browns, who probably need a 8th, 9th, or 10th quarterback. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm proposing a trade.
Oh, you didn't put it in the chat.
It's okay. I'm gonna ask T1 straight up. Do he want to trade picks? I think Cleveland need to slide back right here. In the real world, they should slide back right here. T1, you can reject my trade and I'll make my pick, but I'm offering.
But what's coming with that trade? Where do we pick up an extra pick at? So we're gonna slide back and pick up an extra
We're gonna swap picks. You gonna move up, but you in real life y'all would give me y'all second first round pick, and I'll give you my second rounder. That's what the real world would do.
So we just swapping out picks for nothing?
Did you not just hear what I just said?
It sounded like you said we just gonna swap picks for absolutely no reason.
You would move up. You would move up in the real world. That's what I just told you. You would move up
to where?
To this position at 6, and I will take your 2 first rounders, and you will take my second rounder. That's what.
Cleveland is over.
You said what?
What do you mean? I will move up. Move up from where?
You picked that. You picked for Dallas at 20.
Oh, okay. That's where you threw me off when you said
or no, 12 and 20. But just for these purposes, we only swapping the 12 and the 6.
So I'm going from 6. I'm going from 6 down to 12.
You're going from 12.
No, you're going from 12 to 6. I'm
going from 12 to 6, and Cleveland is going from 6 to 12 and getting absolutely nothing but a swap.
Yes, sir.
Man, Dallas will be winning.
No, they wouldn't.
Man, go ahead and do the trade.
Ding, ding, ding! We have a trade.
You can wait to do that. Ding, ding, ding.
Live on there, because there ain't no button here that says there's a trade. And doesn't he just come out and say we have a trade? But it's typically after the pick is in. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just here because Isaiah said I had to be.
Are you on the clock, T1?
Dallas is selecting Sonny Styles, linebacker out of Ohio State.
They needed a guy.
Yeah, and Dallas was one of those teams that was high on Sonny Styles. I've actually seen a couple of mock drafts where I don't know how they got up there, but they picked Sonny Styles in these mock drafts. So they was high on Sonny to come in there in that linebacker position and help that defense out.
Dallas, where careers go to die. All right, so coming in at number 7 is Post again with the Washington, whatever they are now, Commanders.
The Commanders.
Yeah, the Commanders need a lot of things, but they need a lot of help on defense as well. I'm going to take Mesor Delane, the cornerback from LSU, with this pick.
Ooh. I like the pick.
Cornerback, CB.
Yeah, that's a good pick for them. That kid, even though he's from LSU.
Oh, LSU. All right, coming up next. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
At number, are we at 8? 8 for New Orleans is Isaiah.
Nah, that ain't me.
8 says Zay.
Oh, okay, that is me. Yeah, we listen. I think the best edge is still on the board. We are definitely going David Bailey right here.
I like Tim. All right, number 9 is Rob with Kansas City.
Kansas City wanted to go Ruben Bain right here, and they wanted to go David Bailey once Ruben Bain was left, but both of those guys are off the board. So now they're going to go offensive tackle out of Utah, Spitzer Spano.
Number 10, Cincinnati, Poe.
Cincinnati. He took my pick with that number 10. So I'm gonna go. Since they lost Trey Hendricks, I'm going with Akeem Mesnor for Miami.
Ooh, hey, I think he the best pass rusher for real in this draft.
Yeah, I'd love for him to fall right there to 10. That'd be great.
Coming up with his first pick of the draft with Miami, who needs all sorts of help, I feel like, is SEC Sean.
Yeah, Miami needs a lot of stuff.
You can start anywhere, really.
Yeah, I think Miami's going to change it, and they're going to try to build their offense up. I think they're taking Carnell Tate right here.
I have a code for you guys. You can use code FLAT10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at season. That's 10% off any ticket.
So if I recall, this pick now goes to Cleveland and Zay at number 12 because we had a whopper of a trade.
Yeah. Hey, so the whole theory behind Cleveland trading back is they'll just pick the best receiver right here that fell back, which is Mekhi Lemon. We're going Mekhi Lemon, who really could be a top 5 to 7 player in this draft. Him or Carnell Tate, I kind of felt was going to fall, so that's why I traded back in the first place. So we're going Mekhi Lemon right here. Jordan Tyson is a tricky one, really, because he really probably the best receiver in this class. He just can't stay healthy. So we going Mekhi Lemon though.
I have a serious question.
What
If
up?
he was still on the board, why trade down?
Because I'm gonna get more assets in the long run. That's why you trade back. Why would I take him at 6 when I knew I could get one of them guys at 12?
What's the asset that Cleveland got out of it? I thought you just said they just
Well-
swapped picks. I ain't hear no extra second round or third round pick thrown in there. I wouldn't have personally did it.
Well, think about this, T1. Cleveland got what they have, 2 picks.
Yeah, in the first round, they're coming back up at 24.
24. My next pick, if I would have traded, my next pick would have came at 20. And you would have probably threw me another third round pick on top of that in this deal. In real life, like we wasn't just trading 2 picks straight up. You was gonna have to throw me 2 more assets. But
Yeah,
just
that's
for
what I'm
WTP
saying. That's what I'm
purpose,
saying. Real life, wouldn't have been no swap. It'd have been swapping 6 down
that's
to
what I'm
20,
saying. Though. We only
and
doing
then
first
throwing
round.
in a third round.
Why are we trading 3rd and 4th round picks if we're only doing first round mock? We gotta make it make sense.
We don't. We can move on to number 13 with SEC Sean at Carolina.
Oh, okay. I got out of order.
Oh, that's LAR. Thought it was CAR. The Rams.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to read Isaiah's handwriting.
Yeah, no, I was sitting there going, wait a minute. I've already figured this out for the Rams. What are we doing here? What happened?
Nope, you're good. That's my fault.
The Rams are going to jump out and go defense here. We need some help there, so we're going to take Jermod McCoy, cornerback out of Tennessee.
This guy is on
14, Baltimore, T1.
absolutely. I wish this with the way that they try to get into football, the offense was stacking at times, like, you know,
T1's not even on anymore.
I love this kid.
Where'd he go?
Man, look, he wanted that extra pick.
Oh, he on his way to Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
No, that's Poe. Poe the up north guy. Man, somebody make this pick for him.
What do they need?
I say they go with my offensive lineman from Penn State.
They probably take an offensive lineman, and it'd probably be either the one from Penn State or the one from Georgia.
Yeah, I think they go guard.
Okay. What's his name?
Swimmingly, guys. All right, so now we're at Tampa Bay and Parlay Poe.
What we doing, Poe?
He's frozen.
Looks like he froze.
Nah, he ain't.
I ain't froze.
Who you picking?
What pick we on?
We on your pick.
Team Tampa Bay.
Oh, Tampa Bay. I'm drafting the tight.
You going Sadiq? Did y'all hear his pick? He said tight end, right?
You hear me?
You going Sadiq?
He said tight end. I'm pretty sure Sadiq.
Yeah. Yeah, Sadiq. Keon Sadiq.
I still like offense.
All right, we got the Jets back on the clock. Hey, after this, we halfway through. I think we should probably do a rundown.
After this pick.
Yeah.
All right, so we are at the New York Jets with Rob.
My God.
With the 16th pick, the New York Jets select Jordan Tyson, wide receiver out of Arizona State.
Ellis Robinson out of Georgia.
All right, let's give a little rundown, man, of the first 16 and kind of get everybody's thoughts, man. I think the first two picks probably, I don't think we really need to explain those picks. I think the drama starts at 3 with Arizona, Ruben Bain. Who picked that? Who made that pick? Poe did. Poe made that pick. What y'all think about that Ruben Bain pick right there?
Not mad at it, but that kind of threw a kink into the whole what I had already had written down because I just didn't have Bain going that high, but can't be mad at it.
Tennessee, Jeremiah Love, the Giants, Francis M out of Florida, Miami, Florida, and then 6, we got Sonny Styles, Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I thought the Cowboys moving up to get Sonny Styles out of Ohio State was a brilliant move. They're switching to that 3-4 defense. I think he can be a valuable asset to that defense. So that was an excellent pick by the Dallas Cowboys.
7, 8, 9. The Commanders, Saints, Chiefs, Mansour Delane, David Bailey, Spencer Fano. Hey, I don't know. I think, see, my first tackle off the board is Caden Proctor. I think he's the only one for real, like, that's just physically strong. I don't know if them other dudes is gonna be tackles in the NFL for real. I think Caden Proctor he the guy that I can identify that's probably gonna start off at tackle and pretty much do well if he fall in the right spot. But them other dudes, I think they guards. I think they're gonna play guard in the NFL.
Caden Proctor's fine, but if you go back and watch, Caden Proctor got ate up by fast defensive ends.
Yeah, you got to coach him up.
That's what I'm saying, though. But that's why I don't know that he's going to, we're just going to have to see because he's just such a massive human being that speed rushers got him in big trouble this year.
Yeah, he's 6'7", 350. Them other dudes, though, these dudes, they're not that big. Hey, we seen Will Campbell get ate up, though, He was the number 1 tackle off the board last year. We seen him get – he had a good year, though. He just got ate up in the worst moment possible. Ten, 11, 12. Mesidor, Tate, Lemon.
Yeah, that's about where – 11 is about where I see the wide receiver run starting. It could even go further than what we've done already with 3. I could see more earlier then. I like the pick from the Bengals, though. I don't know. You trying to spotlight me? I don't know why.
I was on the draft board.
Look, I'll tell you like my mom used to tell me. I got a face built for radio.
Yeah, I was really shocked that the Bengals took Mesidor when you got Caleb Downs sitting there waiting to be picked. I'm shocked, period, that Caleb Downs is still on the board.
Yeah, I was shocked about that too, Post.
I was hoping people had overlooked that post. so I could try to slide him in later. But I guess everybody caught that already. So.
Wasn't that your pick, Isaiah?
Nah, I ain't pick for Cincy.
It's parlay post.
Hey, listen, my whole thought process about the Browns trading back is assets. Assets. I think they can get 4 picks for 2. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 for 2. Do a 4 for 2 deal. Get a third and probably even get 2 first rounders out of it. 1 next year. And that's the big drive that everybody thinking. You know, next year. 13, 14, 15, 16. Rams, Ravens, Buccaneers, Jets. We got McCoy, Leon, Sadiq, Tyson. Paul, I love the Sadiq pick because we lost Mike Evans. We could probably throw Sadiq everywhere around the field for real.
Yeah, I don't know if Baltimore would have let him get away though. I don't know if Baltimore would have let him get away right there at 14. I think that's would have been Sadiq's landing spot.
Baltimore had problems at center and guard last year though. So, you know, everybody thinks Leon, they really think he the best lineman in this draft. He just at guard, so don't nobody really want to take him high. Where we at? 16. That's it.
Yep.
Tyson. Nothing.
Yep.
All right, we can move forward. Who picking at 17?
Post with Detroit.
You put on the draft board. That's available.
The draft board ain't up?
No, not the
best
best of it.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yeah, I think the Lions want to go edge rusher. I think they can go offensive line. But with Caleb Downs still on the board, they can't pass up on this pick. So the Detroit Lions are taking Caleb Downs, safety, Ohio State.
They figured it out, SEC Sean.
Well, I think it's the best defender in the class. Minnesota, I think that's me.
Yep, 18 Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm going defense with this pick. I'm going Dylan Thiemann out of Oregon. Hey, if that pick would have failed one more, that's, you know, Caleb Downs, man, that's a dream scenario. Fall one more spot, oh my God, let them get Caleb. That would have been a dream scenario.
Now we have Carolina at 19 with Post.
Yeah, Carolina Panthers. I'm going to give them the tackle out of Georgia. Let's go Monroe Freeland. Let's solidify that offensive line. See what they can do with their young quarterback if he can take that next step. I love the tackle out of Georgia, Monroe Freeland.
At 48, I've got corner Deontay Scott from Miami. Slot corner who played
20 is Dallas with Isaiah.
Good and valuable. Everyone's going to remember that pick from Ohio State.
Nah, that ain't me.
20? It literally says Zay next to it.
Oh, that is me. I took over Moss's whole thing, so.
Oh, I'm like, why are you questioning me? You
because you feel me? It was a late start, but they went Sonny Styles.
Zay, why you have me in the closet for 10 minutes, man?
Because you left.
No, I'm not the only moderator, bro. Anybody could have put you on stage. I'm not even looking at that.
Don't put me in the closet for 10 minutes. I ain't in timeout. I'm living the RV life. You never know what might happen out here.
All right, man. T-Y,
I was about
man.
to bang out on y'all. I was talking, trying to figure out why y'all ain't hear me.
Hey, at 20, man.
Hey, get it together, y'all. If there's a boss on here, I shouldn't be sitting back in the room by myself, not being able to talk. Get it together.
I don't know how to do that.
Hey, listen, at 20, Cowboys going to stay defense. And I think they're going to draft Peter Woods right here. They need some interior. I thought about K-Mac. I just can't see Jerry Jones drafting to Ohio State Buckeyes. He's not built like that.
I'll have you know we're 20 picks in and not a single Alabama player has been picked off the board.
That sounds like some serious hate.
Just things I noticed. 21, Pittsburgh, Rob.
Well, that drought is over because with the 21st pick out of Alabama, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Caden Proctor, offensive tackle, big boy.
Hey, they somebody.
How you feel about that pick, Pope?
Proctor. Yeah, it's a good pick because we lost a couple. We lost a couple linemen. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Long as he gonna play the inside, we don't need him to play left tackle though. I want him as a big.
They think he can play all across the board, Poe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want him as a big guard because he weighed like 3 something. I want him as a big guard. I'm gonna get it back.
I feel like most well-rounded offensive linemen can play any position, right or left side.
Yeah, you're right about that.
All right, what are we at? 22.
I think
we got LA Chargers.
Yeah, LA Chargers. I'm going with the big boy Peter Woods out of Clemson because the Chargers had a problem stopping that run last year.
Peter Woods has already been selected, right?
Y'all already picked Peter Woods?
Yep. Peter Woods.
Hold on. I ain't even hear that. I ain't hear that. Okay, well, let me get the did y'all pick the dude from the lineman from Utah, Caleb Loma?
No, he's available.
Okay, well let me get him with the Chargers, with them having was Slater and Alt was hurt last year. So let me get him so he can fill that spot. Go Blue, you see what we doing out here though. You see what we doing out here though. Go Blue, you see what we doing out here. We're on our way.
All right, 23 is SEC Sean with Philly.
My bad, I was on mute. He another dude, Poe, I think can move inside. I'm sorry. Him, he don't necessarily.
That's what I said. I might go find you a real. Yeah, because I did the I investigated him for the Steelers though, for real.
What's up, Hunt?
What's going down? Open the door. I'm good.
All right, so 23 with Philadelphia. We're gonna go edge here, and we're gonna take Keldrick Falk from Auburn.
That's a good pick.
'24 Cleveland T-Mom.
24th pick.
Makai Lemon was the pick earlier.
Yeah, we're gonna take I need that. We're going to take Blake Miller, offensive tackle out of Clemson.
I like it, T1. The Cleveland Browns get an offensive weapon and an offensive lineman. I love it.
Got to protect one of your 42 quarterbacks. SEC Sean at 25 with Chicago.
Chicago is going to take an edge here also. And they're going to take, I got to get the kid's name. Give me 1 second. I forgot his name. Blake Miller. No, not Blake Miller. Sorry, wrong person. Where'd he go?
What you looking for? Here go the board.
There it is. Parker. TJ Parker from Clemson.
Clemson getting a lot of first-round picks for a seriously subpar season.
It's because their quarterback was mostly subpar.
Well, there's that. At 26, T1 in Buffalo.
26. All right, pick 26. Buffalo is going with the mid-major MAC safety, Emmanuel McNeil Warren, out of Toledo.
Jason Candle would be proud. And my cousin, who's the new head coach of Toledo. '27, San Francisco, Poe.
I'm a reach with this pick. I'm a pick Jacob Rodriguez, Texas Tech, middle linebacker.
Houston at 28 with Rob.
Let me see the board real quick.
Texans wrong. Don't do my Texans wrong since you a Tennessee fan either.
The Houston Texans, they need offensive line help. They're going to go out of Arizona State, Max, however you say his name, Iheanachor, out of Arizona State, offensive tackle. That's the direction that the Houston Texans are going to go.
I like that pick. I'd have been torn if I had that pick between him and a wide receiver since they lost Christian Kirk. But yeah, that's a good pick because you got to protect CJ.
Post game on the clock. Bono was drafted at number 9 for the Chiefs. Post.
This is interesting, man, because a lot of the picks I felt would be here for Kansas City in the end of the draft are gone. You said they took a tackle with their first pick?
Yes, sir. They took Spencer Fano.
Okay. Let's go. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to select Avion Terrell, cornerback, Clemson. Let's go.
Number 30, Miami. Zay.
Yeah, took Cardinal Tate, a receiver. I'll probably go right here. One of the best pass rusher that's on the board, in my opinion. I think this guy actually is going to go higher in the first round. I'm going to go Zion Young out of 30.
And with the second to last pick, we have New England at 31 with Post.
New England Patriots. Let's see. They don't have Stephon Diggs anymore. Let's what wide receivers are available?
AC Concepcion's one of your best.
Oh, KC is still on the board?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Give me KC Concepcion. They can use that speed and playmaking in New England. Let's go.
And then with the final pick is, did we say SC was?
Yeah, I think that's Rob.
Yep, Seattle.
Seattle? They get a pick? What are Super Bowl champs? With the 32nd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks pick Jadarian Price, running back out of Notre Dame, to replace Kenneth Walker.
I approve of this pick.
That's an excellent pick, Rob, because guess what? Zach Charbonnet was out with an ACL. So there's no telling when he's going to be ready to go. Excellent pick, Rob.
Yeah. My man, one take there, he hit me to the fact that Charbonnet was out, so I had to go Jadarian Price.
Man, just to take a quick look at some of the guys that is left on the board, we got Amari Cooper, DJ Allen, Denzel Boston, K-Mac. I definitely think K-Mac ain't making it to the second round, but you know, who knows? Anybody y'all feel like probably y'all see on the board that, you know, if you probably did your own mock 1 through 32, probably wouldn't have been left on this board?
Hey, I'm surprised Ty's still on that board. You know, he's not high on my board, but he's higher on all of y'all's boards, I'm quite sure.
I was going to say the same thing. Only took one quarterback the entire first round, which is, again, I don't really do the draft, but I feel like that's not typical.
I think this is one of the weakest quarterback classes in a while.
Yeah, it's not the best.
I don't think it's so far-fetched because I think a lot of these teams see that next year crop of quarterbacks and probably are planning around that. But go back to best available left, please. Yeah, I think guys like Amari Cooper, the wide receiver from IU, Caleb Banks, defensive lineman from Florida, Caden McDonald, I think those are some guys who can possibly get in that first round. Lee Hunter. Yeah, there are a few guys who could definitely be Eli Stowers that can sneak into that first round.
Yeah,
a lot of these GMs are salivating with their second round pick seeing this board for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's a stretch that Ty Simpson fell out of the first round just because the Jets got the first pick of the second round. Them and Arizona both at the top. So, I mean, them the two teams that need quarterbacks the most. Like, why waste your first round pick when none of them other teams really need it? Miami could possibly take him with that pick late in the first round, but if that comes to the case, he's still on the board, you could just trade up and go get him.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right there. One take there. I think with Arizona and the Jets having those first two picks in the second round, that's where they're waiting to get Ty Simpson at if they want to get a quarterback. And I think most likely the Jets is going to get him at 33. Yep.
Yeah, there's a few names.
First round guaranteed money.
You said what?
Isn't first round guaranteed money?
Not
You said are
necessarily.
they guaranteed money?
Yeah.
I thought it was a guaranteed contract if he went first round, but it's not.
Yeah, the money. I think first and second round is guaranteed contract. It just depends on what the money is. It's the amount of
Well,
money
that's
you
the
get.
thing. The further you fall, the less I have to pay you.
Facts.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why they don't want to take Caleb Downs early. Some of these positions. That's the big thing about this draft. The best players are in, I guess, non-prominent positions. It's not edge rushers this year and quarterbacks. It's running backs, linebackers, and safeties. So that's why this draft kind of tricky, and that's why they think we're gonna see a lot of movement in the first 10 picks. People sliding back.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Zay. I think there's going to be a lot of movement simply because, for one, it's in those positions there's a lot of talent, and you could allow yourself to pick up some late picks down the line if you play this thing the right way. Because I think some of those really talented players at some of those positions that you mentioned are going to be there, and you can get them later on in the second round, maybe in the beginning of the third round. Not Caleb Downs, of course, but some other talented players who would normally probably a team would reach on in the first round, late in the first round, if they were it didn't have so much plethora of talent at that position in this draft.
I see some guys on here. I see some guys on here I wouldn't take as high for real. A couple guys like Keldrick Falk, no production. Uh, I definitely think we seen a lot of line. We did a run alignment. We got one. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think what's the record in first round? I think it's 7. I think we just tied the record.
No, it's
think it's
not.
8.
It's
It's
not.
9. Okay. Yeah, I think we will see a little bit more run at the O line, and I don't think half these dudes is gonna pan out.
Really?
Yeah, I listen. If you really go do homework and you look at the offensive linemen that usually drafted high in the first round, they never really pan out. It's always the dudes you find in the third and fourth round, second, third, fourth round. It's never the dudes that everybody think it's gonna be. It's like a bad hit rate.
Well, I can see that because most times they're usually players that they draft that high that play that tackle position, and sometimes they don't have the hip movement for it, but they usually kick down into the inside and be a little bit better offensive lineman at that position. But I definitely get what you're saying.
Hey, what's y'all's most surprised pick that we had mocked up in this one?
I would probably say Ruben Bain going third. I love his tape. I love his production. I think he's a ferocious pass rusher, but the arm length worries me as far as him going third overall in that top 10. Normally, what happens is that outliers don't work. And what they're saying with his arm length is that no one really dominated off the edge with that size and length of arms. So could be a little bit of a reach, but his tape doesn't lie. That's what makes Ruben Bain so difficult to mock, because it's like the tape is there, but the arm length scares you. So I thought you could get Ruben Bain probably in the mid to latter round of this draft.
Yeah, I think I heard somebody say that guys that have like his arm length or shorter or something like that hasn't had 10 sacks in a season ever in the NFL. It was something crazy. Yeah, man, listen. I love to pick whoever picked Jacob Rodriguez for San Fran. I love that pick, but that was my biggest surprise. You know what I'm saying? So I love the pick though. Not a bad pick at all.
Yeah, mine was Ruben Bain in that one as well. I don't know that Jacob Rodriguez gets in the first round. I do like him as a player, but I don't. He's going to have to go to the right systems in order to be as productive as he was over there in at Texas Tech. I think he's
Yeah.
going to be a good pick in the second round at some point, maybe even the early third round.
Yeah, it was the Rodriguez pick was a big surprise for me as well, considering that the 49ers have the best middle linebacker probably in the NFL with Fred Warner, and he should be healthy and ready to go.
Build a little debt back there though. You know, Fred Warner getting up there in age.
I mean, they still got Dre Greenlaw and Michael Williams though. They pretty good at linebacker.
Hey, Post, let me ask you this. What y'all going to do with that pick in the second round?
It depends. If you got somebody who falls, who we weren't expected to be there, you know, maybe we take the value. But I really like Rob Scott, Anthony Hill at linebacker. I think the Colts need help at linebacker. Or if one of those big defensive tackles get into the second round, I can see them going that way as well.
Here's how we drafted conference wise. Big Ten with 9. SEC and ACC both had 7. The Big 12 had 6. Notre Dame had 2, and then you had Toledo with 1. That's your break now.
ACC with 7 is crazy.
Right?
Yeah, some of them. I think some of them Clemson dudes, like really. See, I played Jerry Jones today. If it was me, I just know Jerry because my brother is a Cowboy fan. If it was me, I would take K-Mac at 20. K-Mac, when you turn K-Mac's tape on, he was the most disruptive defensive lineman in the country. It's not even close. Like he had like 65 tackles or something crazy like that as a defense, as a nose guard. But just knowing Jerry, bro, Jerry do weird stuff. I don't know. He's just a weird dude. But I think it's between him and the boy out of Florida, the big boy out of Florida, who he would draft.
Yeah, I don't think they would draft a defensive tackle though. With them getting when they're getting the defensive tackles from Green Bay in the trade, I don't think they looking, because remember they switching to a 3-4. So I think what they would take, especially with that second pick in the first, I think they would have their eyes on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta remember they traded for some tackles.
Yeah, but which one of them edge dudes fit the 3-4 is the question, you know?
Yep. I think Bain can play 3-4. Honestly, I really do.
And that's why I said Jerry dropped that. He dropped that article to try to get him to drop to Dallas. If he was there, I would have took him. Trust and believe. I think Jerry want him real bad.
All right, guys, I'm going to head out because I have nothing to contribute to this part of the show.
Thank you, Melissa.
You're welcome. We got through it. It wasn't the best. All right, see you guys later.
Peace.
All right.
Zay, what do you think about your Buccaneers taking the tight end Kenyon Sadiq?
I thought it was a great pick. You know, we've been using a lot of resources in the draft on offense, but Chris Godwin didn't have a good year last year. We lost Mike Evans. Now we pretty much down to Ibuka, and we like Tez Johnson and we like McMillan, but both of them are kind of light in the ass, So getting a weapon like that, a big weapon like that, that'll help Baker in the red zone a lot. We don't have that target no more, so I think that's a great pick. Even though we need to go defense, but if you're gonna go this first round pick and you're gonna get a dude like that who done tested out of the charts and he just built like a little alien for real, I'm not mad at that. If you can get somebody right there at that pick, but we need to address defense. Don't get it twisted.
Rob, my man, you take Jeremiah Love to the Tennessee Titans with the 4th pick. I know y'all got a lot of needs on defense. Y'all probably could use another wide receiver as well. Do you think that Jeremiah Love could lead the team in rushing and receiving year one?
He's definitely going to lead the team in rushing, that's for sure. Receiving, I think with him being a utility back, catching the ball out of the backfield, being that check down guy for Cam Ward is going to be monumental because he's going to be able to get the ball in the hands of a guy who is so dynamic. It can be very close receiving as well. I think he's probably going to be a number 2. I don't know if he's going to be number 1 simply because he's probably not going to be able to catch as many balls down the field because they're going to probably keep him in close because they know him in space against a linebacker or somebody like that. They could take advantage of him. He will catch some passes down the field, but not at the clip that a wide receiver would. So I would say he's probably going to be the second on the team in receiving yards and receptions. I really would like to see my Titans because I think they can get Jeremiah Love maybe at 7 or 8 as well. And I'm hoping that they can make some moves to where maybe they can get to that range, get some extra picks because we need so freaking much. If there's not a good situation, I wouldn't do it because I want them to get Jeremiah Love. But if it's possible that they can move back 2 or 3 more spots and still be able to get him and pick up maybe another 3rd round or even the 4th round pick, I would like to see them do that as long as they're still going to land Jeremiah Love.
You know what, Rob? That's a good point. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that he could lead the team in receiving because you got to think. You said check-offs, and dump-offs, little screen passes. Bro, he can take those to the house.
To the house, yeah.
Hey, how is y'all's offensive line?
It's not terribly bad, but it's not good either. I think if I'm not mistaken, the running back rushed 4,000 last year. He had good rushing production. So they're solid enough there. They just at times was not giving Cam Ward enough time to see the field and get the ball to his receivers. He had to throw a lot of stuff, a lot of Hail Marys and stuff off of his back foot to keep him getting sacked. But rushing-wise, they were really good blocking in the run game.
Yeah, they're solid run blocking. I think pass blocking is more of an issue.
Yeah. But like I said, if you got Jeremiah Love that you can check down to, now I cannot think of the daggone running back's name out of that we got from the Cowboys. But anyway, Pollard, yeah. And Pollard's not a bad pass catcher out of the backfield either.
Pollard,
but he's not Jeremiah Love. Yeah, he's not trash, bro. He's just not Jeremiah Love.
I do not like Pollard, man. You call me a hater. I don't like him.
Yeah.
SEC, what's up with your Bengals, man? They take Akeem Mesidor. I thought Mesidor could have been taken a few picks later, but they pass on Caleb Downs. What do you make of that?
Yeah, if Downs is available, Downs is going to Cincinnati. That's just how I feel. But, it's not a bad pick. I mean, but I just feel like if Downs is sitting there, Cincinnati's going to take him. That one was that's kind of Cincinnati can pretty much do whatever they want at that pick as long as they go defense. That's really where they have to go. They have to go defense.
Would you be mad if they picked up an offensive lineman to make sure your QB stays healthy for the duration?
No, I wouldn't be mad with an offensive lineman there, of course. But if you look back at last year, Burrow's injury wasn't really, it was a foot. So, that was just stepping on somebody, something along those lines. But go back and look at us last year. It was shootouts. You had to win shootouts. Your defense could stop nobody. We could have all got together and probably scored 30 on the Bengals.
Nah, my knees don't work.
That's all right. Just, trust me, if you saw that secondary, just catch it and just run straight. You don't even got to try to juke nobody. Just run straight. So, I was torn. I mean, in all the stuff I've done with the Bengals, I've had the cornerback from LSU to Mansour Delane going there. But they have to go defense. They have to go defense here, in my mind. Unless for some reason all those guys are off the board in the first 9 picks, which won't happen. So, no, defense or offensive lineman, but I defense for sure.
How likely do y'all think it will be that we get 3 Ohio State Buckeyes in the top 5?
I think there's a very good chance because you got Arvell Reese, you got Sonny Styles, you got Caleb. I don't think Caleb Downs will go top 5 just because he's a safety, but he might be the best defender in the class. But I think 2 for sure. I don't know about 3, but 2 for sure.
Yeah, I'll
what
go
about
very
4
low
in the top
for 3.
10?
I still go low on 4 in the top 10.
I've actually seen a mock draft, fellas, where Sonny Styles actually falls to Dallas at 13. I don't think that's going to happen, but if it did, man, Dallas, they'll be clicking their heels together in midair.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's really not likely at all that we get 3 in the top 5. Just because I know people are scared of doing the positional value thing, and that's just going to knock Caleb Downs regardless. And I don't know if y'all heard about the story that dropped about Caleb Downs a couple of weeks ago saying his knee was bad. And I think that was a play by his agent, actually, to get him to a team that he want to get to. So he's probably, to me, they want to say Sonny Styles since the combine that he's probably the best player in the draft. Caleb Downs is who made our defense work. It wasn't Sonny Styles. It was Caleb Downs. When he got on campus, since the moment he touched on campus, we probably had a top 3 defense in the country. So I think that defense was built on Caleb Downs. And don't get me wrong, we had good players all across the field. And I expect all 4 of them really to fall in the top 10. But even K-Mac, when I tell y'all, if you turn on K-Mac's film, we had a guy at every level that was just one of the top dudes in the country. And that's going to make it easier for everybody. But I don't listen. Caleb Downs was just a difference maker. And they robbed my boy. They gave it to your boy out of Texas 2 years ago for the best DB in the country. We was talking about that. It ain't no way. We're gonna let you have that one though, Rob.
I mean, at one time Texas was DBU. They're slowly creeping back up on that.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. LSU is
come on,
DBU, brother.
Hold on, bro.
LSU.
Why are we acting like that?
No, LSU.
LSU is DBU right now, but Texas is slowly creeping
lying.
back up to take over DBU.
Hey, iron sharpens iron. We receiver you and DBU. Why do you? It just makes sense.
No.
Well, I don't see Ohio State as DBU because Igmanosa toast. Who was the guy before him?
Hey, Igmanosa going late in the second round.
Denzel the other guy before him? Toast.
Denzel played wonderful for Arizona last year. Go check the film.
He did. I'm talking about in college though. He was toast.
He wasn't toast in college. He got beat twice all year, and everybody said he was toast. Hey, we got some new boys for you. We're gonna show you in a few months.
I hope so. Well, let's do it. Let's go LSU, Texas, Ohio State.
Nah, we ain't doing.
Nah, we'll go LSU, Ohio State, Texas.
Well,
we ain't doing that.
Well, we all know that Notre Dame has the best defensive back in college football next year.
Right.
All right, man. Y'all got anything else? T1, is T1 here?
Yeah, I'm in the building.
Hey, what's up? You going to the spring game, baby? It's supposed to rain, I think, though.
Nah, I'm chilling. I'm watching it from the crib.
Okay.
That's why A&M moved theirs. A&M was supposed to be at 1 o'clock, but they talking about weather rolling in about 2 down there in College Station, so they moved it to 11. Did y'all move y'all's too, Rob?
Yeah, they moved theirs too. Yeah.
Hey, T1, I didn't even know you was still in here, bro.
Yeah, I'm in the building.
My bad. Hey, I want to ask you, Cleveland took Mekhi Lemon, then they took the tackle Blake Miller. How did you feel about those picks, my man?
I wouldn't be upset about it at all. I would prefer to have that Buckeye wide receiver. We see these Buckeye wide receivers coming in and doing big things. You saw Ibuka last year, and then it was Olave, well, not Olave, but Jackson Smith and Jigma. We know Harrison just really didn't have a quarterback, so I wouldn't be disappointed if they ended up with Lemon, but I would prefer to see if the hometown team could strike gold with that at that wide receiver pick with a Buckeye, as you see Cleveland in most all of the mock drafts they're taking Tate. So, that would be a surprise if Cleveland went offensive line first. And I actually think that there's enough offensive linemen in this draft to get a pretty good one all the way down there at 24. So I really personally couldn't see it flipping like that.
Good points.
Yeah, I can't wait.
The draft. You was talking about go ahead. Go ahead. I was just gonna say you was talking about the little thing coming out about Downs' knee, trying to hope maybe get him to drop from his agent. Y'all see that letter Casey Concepcion wrote to all 32 teams?
Nah, what did he write?
He wrote a letter to all 32 teams and said, I am the best wide receiver in this draft. If you draft me, you will never regret it. And I mean never. Did I stutter?
Yeah, that was big. And for those who don't know, I believe that he talks with the stutter, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's why that was put down there at the end. And there's nothing wrong with being confident about yourself, and there's nothing better than a confident player. I feel like that actually helps you to even play better. You have to go out there with that confidence and play as if you're unbeatable and unstoppable. So, I mean, I love it. I feel like everybody should feel like that about themselves, that they're the best player at their position.
Yeah, his mindset's going to be, if he's the fourth wide receiver off the board, his mindset's going to be, I'm going to prove everybody that I was the best, and they're going to regret. I mean,
yeah, I think KC Concepcion, and I know you got to see him up close and personal with him being at A&M, but I think they better not let him get to Buffalo or Kansas City, those veteran quarterbacks who can get the ball down the field.
Yeah, I mean, single-handedly, he pretty much did a lot to flip the script with Notre Dame at the beginning when we were down big and caught that long pass. And then if you go back and watch the not South Carolina game, Mississippi State game, we were struggling to move the ball. And then he caught a pass at the 10-yard line and drug a defender into the end zone. So that just kind of flipped in and just rolled from that point. He's just a game changer. And then his punt return ability is insane.
Hey, it's some receivers in this draft, though, I tell you. I like the receiver group in this draft. You know, a guy that I think he going to drop maybe to the third round, maybe. Really, I got a first-round grade for him for this draft. Chris Bell. You know, Chris Bell, he might be out. He going to miss a lot of time, though. So even somebody like Cleveland or somebody could grab him, you know, and shelf him in the third or fourth round if he dropped down there. Now you got your future pairing for real. If you grab one of these guys like Mekhi Lemon and Cardell Tate, you just upgraded your whole wide receiver core just like that. And then if it don't work out with the quarterback situation this year, y'all don't fall in love with Shador and or Deshaun Watson, you got a gang of quarterbacks next year.
I mean, you still got, there's another receiver out there that I know you love, and you'd probably like to have him in Tampa to replace Mike Evans. And
Chris Brazil.
Yep.
Nah,
I love that.
I love him. I don't think he fit what we're trying to do over there. And plus,
just body style for replacing Mike Evans is what I was going with. Body style.
Yeah, he got the body style, but he don't play the same. He don't play like it's two different players. Like they play different. You know, Mike Evans used his body well, I think. Chris Brazil, I don't think he don't really use his body as well as I would want. I'm just saying, like, to fill that void. But I like not Ted McMillan. I like the kid out of Washington. I keep on calling him Ted.
Boston.
But his name, what's his name?
Boston.
No. We got a receiver that played with what's the boy out of Atlanta? What's the quarterback out of Atlanta? Lefty.
Oh, you talking about yeah.
Yeah, we got a kid on our roster that played with him at Washington. The dudes be banged up, bro. We've been having bad health issues.
Yeah, for sure. I think somebody gonna fall in love with Brazel from Tennessee though. That dude.
Jalen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right, Zay. That dude is. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I'm nowhere near comparing him to Randy Moss, but his height and speed ratio is Randy Moss type. I think somebody gonna fall in love with that dude. I'm not sure if he'll be in the first round, but I don't think he's gonna get out the second.
No, I think I'd slot him probably mid-second. Somewhere in that range is where I would see him falling. I don't know. Somebody in that mid-second round is going to snatch him. But, I mean, you look at our draft, and you still got Boston from Washington that was available. Brazil was still available. There was still quite a few dudes available at the receiving corps.
Oh, yeah.
And I hate to say it, but next year's receiving corps is probably going to be better in the draft, along to match up with the quarterbacks. When you look at Smith, Williams, I don't know if the kid from Miami will be eligible to come out next year or not.
No, he's not eligible.
I don't think so.
Well, Clemson got two good ones. Wesco and Moore.
You got Craver coming out of A&M, another speed type. He can be a special teams guy. You've got Isaiah Horton coming out of A&M next year. I mean, next year's wide receiver and quarterbacks are really deep next year.
Oh yeah, big time, and that's why. My bad. Go ahead, Rob.
No. You go ahead. You go ahead.
No, that's why I was saying it wouldn't. I don't think it's crazy to see only one quarterback go this season or this year in the draft, because I think a lot of the GMs, they see that next year's crop of quarterbacks and they like, man, let me position now to make sure I get one of those guys in next year's draft. I think a lot of those guys have higher ceilings than Ty Simpson.
Yeah, every draft that we've seen there've been some really, really good drafts, really good talented players. But I think last year, this year, next year, this run of 3 years, man, really allows a team that is in the basement to really put themselves in position. If they draft right and the players that they get hit, they got a chance to go from the bottom of the barrel to, in 3 years, not picking in the first 10 picks, man.
No,
there's just a lot of talented players out there. A lot of talented players.
All right, fellas. I ain't got nothing else. Y'all got anything else?
Yeah, I got this grass to cut. Got a room to
got
paint.
the spring game to get ready for.
Yeah, I second that lawn work, Rob.
Look, Dad, I think Isaiah West about to be.
Yeah, T1. I bought some tickets. I'm like, it's supposed to rain at noon. But I think
you going to the game?
Yeah. I think I changed my mind once I seen the forecast. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna go. But I'm gonna go, man. I'm a soldier. I'm gonna go.
Hey, might as well go get up in the building.
Yeah, the rain don't really affect me. I'll take a hoodie with me or something. But all right, man. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and like the video. It don't cost you a thing to hit the like button, man, or the subscribe button, man. Just hit it. If you just hit the freaking button, bro. Hey, all our channels are scrolling down at the bottom, man. Got Level Up Sports 10 JoJo. He couldn't be here. We had Parlay Poe in the building with us earlier, but he down at the Team Up North Spring game. We got Post Game at the bottom right. We got T1 of City League TV down at the left, and we got Rob at WTP Sports Life. Yeah, and I want to take Zay. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, stay in tune, man. I might do another live watch party. I ain't gonna do no copyrights though, because I was playing the video. That's where we got the copyright from. But I might do the live watch on Thursday night when that first round is over. Stay tuned, man. We also got shows on Tuesday, every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:45. I don't know what we doing on Thursday, but we can do a live show if everybody down for that one. I think Post, you go on Thursday, don't you? Yeah, well, if you want to do your show, I ain't gonna step on your toes. Always Saturday at 9. We're going at 9 for football season.
Now we can go back to 10. We just did that for today because of spring game.
Okay. You're 10 and then Sunday at 9 a.m., man. Hey, we was in the building like T1 said.
Now we up out of here.
One.
Peace out. Love y'all, fellas.